Okay, today we're going to be looking at the design and coding for the I Got You Bro ladder robot. So let's take a look here at the model first. And this was previously created here. So here you have the ladder. You have a fall block. The fall block is encoded with a distance sensor. And then here is the safety harness that also has a sensor inside, Arduino, and coding for this. So let's take a look here. So to start off, we have the Arduino Uno 3 that is controlling all of our components here. We have an ultrasonic distance sensor um, that is going to be measuring the rate of speed and distance between the fall block and the safety harness. We have a hobby gear motor that will do the heavy lifting to lift the user back down to ground level. We have a piezo sensor alarm, excuse me, that will sound the alarm in an emergency situation. The hobby gear and the motor is coded to when the motor turns on, the alarm will turn on as well. So let's take a look at some of the coding here. So if you see here, the coding, it defines the pins and what the sensors will do in these situations. The trigger and echo pin, they control the direction of the hobby gear motor. So you have the hobby gear motor that's hooked up to output 1 and output 2, and those are controlled by those control the motor by these input pins that will communicate back to the Arduino to determine what direction that the motor will turn in once it is activated. So there's some coding down here. So there's a couple things that's built into this that we have set up to make sure that the gear motor drops the person down to a safe level. It is powered at half speed for 60 seconds. So by then, on a normal day-to-day ladder, that should be plenty time and distance to get to a safe ground level. And then the user has the option to press the push button to stop the fall block at that time. But the motor and the alarm will be sounding the entire time that this is happening. Here is the coding here for like when the button is pressed. This here could be used in two different ways, as I explained earlier. Once you get down to ground level, you can press this button that will be equipped on a ladder to stop the motor at that time from winding down. Also, you can press it a second time and it will actually wind the fall block back up. Okay, the alarm and the motor for instant activation. Once the sensor, and I'll show you in a demonstration, once that sensor detects um, the rate of speed to be more than 24 seconds, it immediately activates the motor and the sensor. So we'll do a demo of that. Okay, so let's do a quick simulation here. And I'm going to close this code first. But right now, the sensor is set at 0. So you'll see that. I'll come back to this. So it's set at 0. The serial monitor is showing it at 0 there. And then I'm going to stop this because I want to listen to this. So that stops it immediately. And you see that it's still counting the distance because the fall block is stuck there. As stated, this is pressing it once will automatically stop the motor. So if the user is in a precarious situation, it gives them the option to stop instead of lowering into a situation that puts them in more danger. And it keeps, and I could turn it off there, but anytime it, so that explains it there how the system reacts to the fall. So if it detects the fall, it will will immediately activate the system. All right, thank you.